To be honest, I'm Giannis inside of game 6. Dropping 50 and dunking over your main. Earnhardt Jr. when I'm deciding the lane switch. Tell them people that I'm on top of the game. Manifested my future by spewing all of my pain. Carried my own umbrella, surviving treacherous rain. Landed on higher learner, matriculating the bigger earners. Switch after dark helps you to find your purpose. To find what work is, to find the surface. When deeper in it, I'm heavy with ashes, burning curses. Built up our name so forever we reign, and us we working. Ain't tripping off your affiliation, we welcome verses. In lieu of playing, we saying our way to sign a merchant. Then personal seats in the meet and greets with our favorite person. Link with DG, he the chief, for KC, we do it right. Switch after dark from the mic to your heart to Hollywood.
What's up, y'all? My God. Welcome to Sports After Dark After Hours. I am your host, Ashley Baker. C. Lou in the building, Hev in the building. We got another person in the building, but technology sucks. So as soon as that's together, we gonna pull homegirl in. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in to Sports After Dark After Hours. Y'all are pulling up, y'all in the building, and my goodness, do we have a lot to talk about today. My God. First of all, make sure that y'all like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate those that are watching on YouTube. We appreciate those that are watching on Twitter, on Instagram. Make sure you follow our TikTok page. Make sure that you are tapped into us on all 80 levels, whatever that may be for y'all. We, again, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure you grab some Sports After Dark merch, as we mentioned in every show. The link is in the bio, in the Linktree bio. Get you some shirts, some hats. I mean, y'all kids like to wear hoodies in the summer. Grab your kids some hoodies. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to grab my kids too because they just like wearing hoodies in the summer. But make sure that y'all are tapped in and make sure you join our playback community. The link is on the screen right there. Playback.tv at Sports After Dark. And make sure that you jump over there because if it ain't tomorrow, it's Wednesday for sure. We are doing an NFL versus that you want to make sure that you are tapped into. We're doing an NFL versus, y'all. We got a couple of things that we going to be able to do with the NBA rolling, you know, kind of winding down here. So make sure that y'all are tapped in. Fellas,
what's good?
How y'all feeling this week? I think Ash is here, so I got that. I'm going to add Ash on.
It's been a hell of a week, and it's only Monday.
Oh my God, no, it's not. It's not Tuesday. Oh my God, it's
only Monday, dog.
Oh my life. Dang, I thought it was Tuesday. Hey, Ash.
Wait, can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Ashley. Welcome to Sports After Dark After Hours. She's joining us on the show tonight, people.
There's that face.
With us and talk about some other stuff. What's up, Ash? Welcome to the show, sis.
Hi. Got a babysitter just for you guys.
Oh, okay. I mean, you know, being a baby girl could have joined. It's not a problem. I mean, but this is the club, you know.
You didn't want 3 guests, trust me.
Club is over 18. Club is over 18. I was just asking the fellas, you know, it's been a stressful day. It's been a long week, like you said, Lou. How y'all feeling?
It's only Monday, dog.
Overall, just before we get into the nitty-gritty of things. How y'all feeling? I'm exhausted. I don't know about y'all. I'm exhausted from the discourse, the conversation, some of what I'm exhausted, but because y'all love what we talk about, we got to talk about it some more tonight before bed. What's up? Tell me how you feeling, Shooter? All this stuff that's going on today, man. Oh, you on mute. You're good.
It's the same stuff that's going to be on tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that, the day after that.
Well, Thursday it might change because, you know, we got the finals coming Thursday.
I'm hoping it changes on Thursday.
The discourse may change a little bit.
People are just bored.
Yeah, they're going to be talking about it for the next few days, so it is what it is. I'm burnt out, literally.
So, tell Adam Silver to get this thing rolling, man.
Yeah. No, for sure. We should have. Maybe this wouldn't. No, I think at this point, the WNBA, the only thing that can stop it, like I said, is the NFL. Like, it's nothing. Caitlin Clark, the stands, the beef on social media, the beef on the shows. Like, oh my life. I saw some posts today where I felt like some girls that set us back 400 years. I'm like, no, what are we doing here? Come on, y'all. Let's get it together. But anyway, let's talk about it. Ash, make yourself comfortable. Feel free to grab a drink. You're going to have a good time. You and Lou are going to talk to us about something exciting later. So let's kick back. Let's get this rolling. What should you say?
Me?
No, I think it was.
I thought it was just feedback. Okay. All right, cool. Y'all can thank y'all producer for this. Thank Tristan for this rundown.
Yeah, I already knew it was coming when all like when what was it, Saturday happened. I was like, yeah, this is about to be the talk on Monday. I already know what's about to pop off.
We gotta talk about it. And because we got a guest, we are gonna start with her. Ash Lou, talk to me. Is Caitlin Clark being bullied in the W? Is she being bullied?
I don't think. Yes, but I don't think that's abnormal for sports, especially for rookies coming into a competitive league. Like, I mean, I played softball in high school and college, and this was all part of the game. Like, there were fights, there were elbows thrown, like crossing bases, and there was definitely, like, even within a team, like, there's certain things, I think traditions that rookies have to carry the bags or the helmets or whatever. It's a part of the game. It's a part of
pay for the dinners. Don't they do that in the NFL? Don't they pay for the dinners, the expensive dinner for the team? You're right.
Yeah, like it's always been a thing. So I mean, I think she is getting bullied, but I think it comes with the territory. I think as long as other players aren't like deliberately trying to injure her, then it's.
But I think that's what people are starting to think, y'all.
I think people are also just like not watching a whole game or any games. I think they're going by like not everybody, but a lot of people who are joining in this discourse just going by that one clip, and then they're giving their opinion based on other things that they've seen on their timeline.
Yeah, I think like he said, kind of tag on. I think it's a little bit of both. Like, yeah, they probably are bullying her a little bit, but I don't think it's because, I don't know, maybe it is a little bit is because of she's Caitlin Clark. Like, that's my thing. I don't mind it being a thing. Like, okay, also, maybe it is a little bit of bullying, but maybe it is also because you're a rookie. You're not the only person that's getting bullied. They're bullying Angel Reese to an extent. They're bullying Cameron Brink to an extent. We're seeing this with other people. It's just highlighted because this is obviously, as far as just what her impact is, I don't know if I should compare it to this. She's a Michael Jordan right now of the WNBA in terms of her impact and bringing eyes. Is that a good comparison?
Probably LeBron.
I mean,
LeBron is better.
I feel like I've heard more of LeBron comparisons just with the attention aspect.
Right.
To me, this
and
is
like
more,
what they're supposed to be, like the expectations and everything. But
to me, this is
also,
more.
She hasn't been like 100% innocent. She talks her shit. Like, anyone who knows me knows my motto is don't start no shit, won't be no shit. So she starts it like it's like, what are you expecting? Like, this is
facts.
If you dish it out, you got to be able to take it.
Facts.
And I think, I mean, as far as the comparison with the eyes, I think to me is more so Larry and Magic. And the reason I say that is because it's the beginning. This is still the beginning stages of the WNBA.
That's fair.
With Larry and Magic, that was like the beginning stages. I mean, that's what really got the game going until we got to the point of the Michael Jordans, the LeBrons, and stuff like that. And to answer the question, I mean, I guess you can say she's getting bullied, but like you said, it's happening to all of the rookies. And this is a thing too, where we've seen this across pretty much every damn season with the W, where these rookies get bullied. And it looks different because, like I said the other day, Caitlin's light in the ass. So it looks different for her because Angel Reese, yes, she gets pushed around, but it looks different because she's bigger. And she gets right back up, and she's not letting them just push her around and stuff. And I go back to, and this is where I compare it to LeBron and compare it to like Jordan. Remember when Jordan got in the league and he was getting pushed around, getting bullied by the Pistons and, other teams and stuff like that. Jordan went and got in the gym that off season and was like, yeah, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna rock with the physicality. We're gonna take it there. Then, all right, cool. Let me go hit these weights, and we're gonna rock with the physicality. Eventually, he started earning people's respect. That's what I feel Caitlyn need to do. Hell, when Jokic in the finals against Miami, when Morris did whatever he did to Jokic, and Jokic came up and gave him one right back, sent that man to the hospital. Not saying intentionally hurt nobody, but what I'm saying, that's when you realize, all right, he's the wrong one to mess around with, or they the wrong one to mess around with. And again, Caitlyn's not innocent. She talks her shit. She's done some stuff too that doesn't get polarized because, again, it's the golden child. It's the quote unquote the meal ticket, as everybody has been saying. So of course they're not going to show that. But yeah, I mean, and then like with LeBron was bigger than everybody when he got in the league. So him getting bullied and pushed around, it looks different because you're not just going to push somebody that's 6'8", 6'9", 260 pounds and just push him down to the ground like that. So it just looks a little bit different when, like I said, over the summer. The best thing for her is this off season. And like I said on Twitter the other day, get in the gym, get your workout on, bulk up a little bit and punish them next year. That's the best thing you can do. And shut them the hell up.
Facts. What's your take on it, Shooter?
I think it's a little bit of both. I personally feel like yes, she's supposed to get welcome into the WNBA. They letting her know that it ain't sweet. However, I do feel like it's a little bit of personal. I feel like she is a little personal with her as well. Some of the actions towards her is definitely personal. It's just not just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff that they're doing to her, if that was in the NBA, that would be a flagrant foul. Like what Kennedy did should have been a flagrant foul right then and there. They didn't rule it a flagrant foul until after the game. It should have been agree with that. Yeah, that should have been a flagrant foul during the game because that wasn't a basketball play. You called it a B word and then you hip checked her for what? And I watched the clip before that. Before it happened, I didn't see Caitlyn do anything to be warranted to her to do that. So I feel like it's definitely personal, and I feel like it's a little personal because of the pedestal that she got put on. Calling her.
I will say real quick, the clip before that. Now it could be because Kennedy grabbed her arm or whatever, but there was like an elbow to the face, and then Caitlyn had turned around and said something to her or whatever when they were trying to get the rebound.
Elbow Caitlyn in the face?
No, Caitlyn elbowed Kennedy in the face.
I ain't see that. I saw Caitlyn reach for a rebound, and then that was it. Like she tried to get the ball from her, but I didn't see the elbow.
I'll send you the clip because I saw it the next day or whatever. It was circulating Twitter, of course. So yeah.
Yeah, so I just think that plays a part as well. There because the pedestal she got put on. People calling her the greatest women's basketball player in college of all time, and she's gonna come in the WNBA and do all of that. And a lot of people they feel like they're disrespected because it's like, oh well, a lot of us, some of these women, they weren't lottery picks. They had to earn their way in to the WNBA. Everybody didn't have that route that she had. So I feel like it's a little bit of both. I mean, she deserves to get bullied because she got to earn her stripes, like Lou said. It ain't going to be given to you like it's the WNBA. But some of it do be looking like, that look a little personal right there. Like, it's a little bit of both. And Caitlyn is not safe. She does do her trash talking, just like when Angel Reese got choked by Alyssa Thomas. I didn't think that was cool either. But the difference between Angel Reese from the trenches. She's from Baltimore. She's from the hood. So
she got her ass right back up.
Yeah, she got right back up. That probably happened to her on the playgrounds. You know what I'm saying? It's different from her. Caitlyn, she having a tough time to, you know what I mean, get used to that. So I think it's a little bit of both.
I think also, and correct me if I'm wrong, feel free to flood the Sports After Dark page with clips of this, but we probably need to hear a little bit more of Caitlyn taken up for the league and the women and what they're doing in general too, right? So, and I don't know, she could be doing this. I don't see a whole lot of her presses. I'm not seeing a whole lot of the pregame stuff from her, but I'm talking about in terms of when people are, again, the hip check thing, I agree.
Yeah, that's
was
completely
bogus.
different.
You know what I'm saying? It was outside of the realm of the basketball play. It was random. But in those other games where she's being tapped on and is physical and stuff like that, I really want her to hone in on, y'all, this is not bothering me. Let me grow. They're going to be physical, because as a matter of fact, if you want to dig deeper, you're actually coming off like women can't be physical, like they can't handle it, like we can't deal with the physicality that come with that type of sport. And they've shown you for the last 25 years that they can. So that's another thing. Like, what are y'all trying to say? You got to be soft with women all the time? Is that what we're saying?
Teach that girl how to squabble.
Yeah, like, is that what we're saying here? Like, you sending a whole different message in some degree. So I don't know. I just feel like Caitlin could say some stuff a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? I
don't like that her teammates ain't riding for her either. I don't like that.
And that's another thing, Hev. That's another thing I noticed. Like when she got hip check, and I'm not saying Aaliyah got to go get in nobody's face or do whatever. But
push
she went and helped Caitlin up. But I saw it, and it kind of like, because on the clip it kind of like she went into the corner or whatever, but she was smiling.
Yeah, who was smiling?
Aaliyah, for sure she was.
Yeah.
Was it a smile like, yeah, all right, okay, or was it?
No, it was a smile like, you got your ass knocked. You got your ass pushed down.
Yeah,
like it was a smile like that. But
and then see the reaction from the sky. My bad, Lou. To see the reaction from the sky, they all getting up off the bench clapping when Kennedy hip checked her. I'm like, yo.
That's what I mean by it is 50-50. It's definitely 50-50. There is, she's being bullied. It is more than 50-50. She's being bullied. It's an introduction to the WNBA, and there is a little bit of envy there. I don't care.
But
we can act like it's not,
definitely some envy there for sure.
My thing though with that was the hardest foul Caitlin has taken. Like, and it should have been a flagrant at that time. That is the hardest foul Caitlin has taken. So all this other stuff during these games, it ain't been that bad. Like she
definitely plays into it. Like,
yeah. And then like when Stewie set that screen that she ran it, like she set a solid screen, a textbook screen, and Caitlin ass fell. Like, I'm sorry, like that's not a foul. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you gotta get around that.
But people try to make a big deal about that.
You gotta get around that one for sure.
Yeah, it's
Anthony Mason of Oakley is for sure.
It's definitely like the enforcer.
Yeah,
they need an enforcer very bad. I agree with Matt Barnes. They need somebody.
They better go get Liz Cambridge.
Yeah, Liz will be perfect.
Yeah, she'd be perfect for that.
She'll be perfect.
I agree with what DG said though. Like,
checks ain't good enough.
What does that say about her in that locker room? Like, what kind of impression is she making on her teammates? Because if I ride for somebody, I'm riding for
Ash. DG said, I'm not saying she a bad teammate, just for people that are going to be listening on the podcast. I'm not saying she's a bad teammate, but if your teammate not helping you, that says a lot.
And maybe that's saying she got to earn her stripes too.
I'm just like, if I ride for you, I'm gonna ride for you.
Yeah, but I feel like this. She's being welcomed to the league, so like this is a whole new world for her.
But it could be like. It couldn't be just her. It might not be her fault. It might just be like the team culture. Like, to me, that's on like the coach.
I think the culture isn't good
of the team to like kind of lead that. It's not on her to lead it as a rookie. It's on the coach to like create that culture.
Exactly. And I think the coach don't be coaching.
And like I said, with her coming into the season and everybody having these big expectations, they won 13 games for a reason last year. They're not a good team.
Yeah.
And that's probably the culture and everything. They're not a good team. Caitlin wasn't going to come in and save that team. People had these expectations, her winning MVP, her taking the team to the championship the first year, all this and all that. And again, I said, she's going to struggle, just like every great player has. When they went up a step, they have struggled. Whether that struggle took 1 game, 2 games, 10 games, they have struggled. It just happens. That's what happens when you go to the big leagues. Defense play you different.
Also, losing plays a part too. If you ain't winning games, I said losing plays a part too. When you ain't winning games, that changes your whole morale.
And also, I know we're talking about like where her team is. This is also a downfall of the schedule, because she didn't even have time enough to build and vibe with her team before they start playing in preseason and regular season games. You know what I'm saying? There isn't some type of summer league or some type of summer long camp that they could have been in where they could have gotten to know her, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna ride for the people you ride with, Ash, but you got to know those people. You got to trust those people. There has to be a relationship there before you just ride for somebody you don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That's also a downfall of like college, championship, draft, preseason.
2 weeks later, you in camp in preseason.
It's like 2 seasons between the national championship and the first game.
To create that culture.
You said what, Ash?
I said that's gonna come with time, but like that's really not on her as a rookie coming in to create that culture. That's kind of on the vets.
Yeah.
In the head coach.
But see, this is also why I said that the WNBA scheduling is trash. I've been saying
somebody got to put their arm around her shoulder.
Yeah, I've been saying the WNBA scheduling has been trash since 2021. Like, not only from a game standpoint, but from like you said, AB, championship, draft, 2 weeks later, you in training camp. That camp is probably like really like a week later, you in training camp. The training camp like a week and a half. Then you go right into the preseason game. You get 2 preseason games, and then you're right into the season.
Who else is?
And then you got 11 games in 20 days.
Do we know? I think the one other girl besides Caitlin and Aaliyah. Who's the other girl? Was it
Nalissa Smith?
How many years has she been in the league?
Nalissa Smith.
I'm just trying to figure out who's the vet on the team because it's not. I
don't think they really have one. So she's been there for 3 years.
Yeah, because the best player on a team isn't always like the vocal leader.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, who's the vet? Who's that person that y'all are talking about that should have rallied everybody to create that dynamic? You know what I'm saying? So when she came in, like, to me, just based on the interactions I'm seeing, it's probably Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah, so
I would think it would be
Nalissa Smith has been there
and she's only a second year.
Nalissa's been there for 3 years.
That speaks to like the team itself and a bit to the head coach too, because I mean, to me, just starts there.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely starts there. If your coaching ain't creating that culture, then nobody else going to follow. I can see them firing this head coach by the end of the year, and they'll get somebody else new in there. They need somebody.
Yeah, they probably will.
They need somebody like the Chicago Sky. Their head coach, I can't think of her name at the moment. Is it Teresa Witherspoon?
I think it is something Witherspoon.
Yeah, like they got a dog as a head coach. So that's why the Sky plays with a dog mentality. Like they got a dog as head coach. So
Erica Wheeler has been in the league
okay.
8 years, and then Damaris Dantas.
Okay.
She's been in there for 8 years too. So those are their two best.
Kelsey Mitchell is there.
Kelsey Mitchell
Mitchell is there.
Y'all just gave me 3 people that's been in the league over 5 years, so it is definitely an issue.
Yep.
It's an issue. You know
and nobody's putting their arm around her, be like, "You're gonna be all right. We got you."
But that's the thing with the vets too, because I mean, I seen something just a few minutes ago with Nika Mule over up here, and like she went and I guess she was trying to talk to the coach or something, but she had leaned on her other teammate, and the teammate pushed her arm off. Pushed her arm off and then wiped off her leg where she put her arm at. And so I mean, again, it's just one of those things where it's like, until you earn that respect, they don't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
Even on your own damn team.
Yeah. And so with that, there was just so that happened this past weekend. That spilled over into the conversations online, on shows, and no more notable than the segment between Monica McNutt and Stephen A. Smith today on First Take. And Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, from what I saw, I didn't see the entire 45-minute. This was like the opener of the show. I didn't see the entire 45-minute segment, but the gist was they were talking about Caitlin Clark, the physicality in the WNBA, the eyes that she's bringing, the yada, 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 the discourse that's been the case for the last few weeks. Monica called Stephen A. out about having his own platform and how he should have been supporting, and he's had time to, and that he hasn't. Kind of left him speechless. But let me ask y'all a question, and again, y'all can thank the producer for this, because these are some really good questions, but they're funny. I don't know about you, Ash, But I'm seeing the men get really upset about this more than I am the women. I don't know. You tell me. I'm seeing the men and they bag about this. I mean, the men's are upset. Not y'all. I'm talking about the men's are upset.
I just thought the facial expressions were so funny.
Like, yeah, no, that was hilarious. Do the men in the media need to take a step back when it comes to the cultural opinions of the WNBA?
Yes.
I'll let one of the guys answer first.
Yes, they do. And they need to rely on the women that is in that culture, that has played that game or has played women's sports. You can't it's okay to give some type of an opinion, but when it comes to certain things, you need to let the women be the focal point of that. It was one thing I saw earlier in that little segment that kind of made me cringe a little bit. It let me know that Stephen A wasn't listening to what McNutt had to say when she said about black women having to fight to find their way in sports, and his response immediately was, "What about black men?" That told me right then and there you wasn't trying to hear out what she was saying on the topic that we're talking about women, and how she was saying how women has the difficulty of trying to get to where they at in this career and field. He was just trying to focus on defending the men instead of hearing her out and taking what she's saying.
They mentioned black people too. They said men and being black. That's what they said too. Like,
yeah, but Shannon brought up being just
black. They both.
Yeah. And I'm like, y'all not hearing what she got to say. Y'all clearly not understanding what she's trying to say by directing it back to the black men when women is the focal point right now. We talking about women's sports, women's media, women's all of that. It's about them. The focus should be on them. I think that men should take the back seat when it comes to talking about women's sports. Like, you know what I mean? They the one that's playing. Like, I'm gonna listen to what's her name? I can't think of her name at the moment. Rebecca Lobo. I'm gonna let her do her thing talking about the WNBA more than I'm gonna give my opinion. She played the sport. She played in that culture. She know what it's like to be in those locker rooms. Y'all as men don't know. So yeah.
Go ahead, Lou.
Yeah, and one of the things what Young was saying about Stephen A saying, bringing up black men, we hate it we hate when that stuff happens to us. Like when we talking about us, we hate when women come in and be like, well, what about this with women? We're not talking about you right now. The same thing applies. We're not talking about us right now. We're talking about black women and women in the WNBA. I do agree with Young, but my thing is always, and this is what I said to new fans that came into the WNBA, that the new eyes that came, educate yourselves. Like, get to know who else is there, get to know some of the history. You ain't got to know everything, but educate yourself enough to where you can speak on it intelligently. Don't just go out there and jump off the porch and you don't know shit. So yes, men, you take a back seat, and during that time of taking a back seat, educate yourself, listen to what the women are saying about that culture, educate yourself on that culture, and then you can insert yourself into those conversations and have those conversations. Again, like and the women have done it with with the NBA. Like they've let the men dominate that arena, and then they've slowly started integrating into that arena. It's been the same way. So men have to do that too. Like that's an arena that's not dominated by us. And I mean, there's been men that have been, integrating themselves into the WNBA, into women's basketball, whether they have little girls that's coming up playing basketball and they want to learn more about it, or they just play ball and they girls play ball. So like, it's one of those things where, yes, just slow down. We ain't got to know everything. Just slow down, educate yourselves, listen to what the women are trying to tell us. And when it comes to that specific thing right now, and then you move forward. And instead of working against, like, work with. Like, there's no reason to be working against and being at odds about it. Everybody wants the game to grow. So the new eyes are good, but again, educate yourself. So at least you sound somewhat intelligent when you're talking about it.
Facts. Talk to me, Ash.
Yeah.
To take that a step further, because I agree with all of that. I think that there's power in vulnerability. So like, it's okay to say, like, I don't know, I'm just a casual fan, or this is where I'm at with my knowledge, and this is what level I'm on. But this is my perspective from that point of view, kind of giving that disclaimer and giving that transparency, because I feel like a lot of these guys are like, it's kind of like an act. Like, it's just, you can't act like you've been paying attention. Like, and it's a part of their job. So I don't know if they can take a step back completely. You know, it's the forefront of everything right now. It's like getting such huge attention, and they kind of have to talk about it. And it could be like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation where like, oh, well, you're not talking about it. But then, you know, I think that they just have to be honest about where their perspective is coming from and their actual level of knowledge and everything. Because, I mean, admittedly, like, I'm not knowledgeable on the NBA. I'm just going by what I'm seeing. But I'll say that, though. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've been a fan or I know everything. And I think that opens up the door for those conversations, for them to gain that knowledge.
Yeah.
Everything honest about it first.
Everything y'all said, I really don't have much more to say to that. It's 100%
Hi, Hollywood.
It's 100% the truth. It's more so of, like Lou said, educating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say take a step back, because respectfully, you can kiss my behind if you tell me to take a step back in terms of football. Like, don't tell me to take, you know, a step back in terms of me talking NFL. I'm gonna talk NFL, but like Lou said, I'm educating myself. I'm not just jumping out there talking about stuff that I know zero about. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, like, I don't know if you said this earlier, Lou, I think you said it, just like y'all said, like, ball players will say in a minute, if you haven't played it, don't talk about it. You're not educated to talk about it because you've never stepped on the field. You're not educated to talk about it because you've never stepped foot on the court. Well, now the women can kind of flip that. You're not educated to talk about the cultural side. You can talk about the ball side, but the culture side, you don't know what that's like in women's ball. You'll never know what that's like in women's ball because you can't play women's ball. So if it's like that on one side, you got to roll with that on that side as well. So, you know, it is what it is.
I feel like this as a sports media, as a unit, that's including all of us. I think we get to a point when everybody can learn something from somebody, whether if it's football, whether if it's basketball. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know the game. You got to get to a point where you don't feel like you got to push back on everything. Sometimes it's okay to, like Lou said, just be quiet or sit back and just listen. You might learn something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot about football, a whole lot. Been watching the game for over 25 years. However, I know there's things I can learn from other people around me. That doesn't mean does that mean I'm in a competition with them? No, I think it becomes too competitive when, like Lou said, we all can learn together. We all can grow together. I think once the competitive nature of, oh, I know more than you stops, then we can move together as a unit, as a whole.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, bro, I played football from Pop Warner to college. There's still shit I do not know.
Bruh, I played Pop Warner High School and I coached football. And it's stuff I'm still learning to this day.
There's still stuff I don't know. Like, there's a lot of, because I
watched football, and I watched football. And it's still, I just want to do it. I played resume like y'all got a hell of a resume. My bad. I mean, whatever. I was trying to give a resume like y'all. I watched
like
football.
I be telling Lou on the side. I be like, yo.
Football, and I curse at football sometimes.
I mean,
I tell Lou all the time. I be like, bro, I need y'all to teach me these coverages. Like, I'm not good at learning in coverages. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
like,
in a male-dominated field. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Where y'all are ballsy enough to still be like, look, I just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just
tell Lou
feel
all
like
the time, like, bro, I need your help.
I just feel like the men are a lot more upset than a lot of the women. The men are, and guess what? We have arrived. It's plenty of us in media that y'all ain't got to talk about it. We got it. You know, and we're gonna put a better spin on it because we're women, and we know when it's a little messy. Like, when I think, wasn't it a game a week or so ago where, like, one of the players was playing with her girl on the team, and then the ex was on the other team, and somebody got pushed down, and she was like, hold up, like taking up for the ex, like, let us handle that. That's women's stuff. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Let us do that. Ash, tell them let us do that. Y'all don't know
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
I gotta show y'all that.
Or like with Skylar Diggins, the clip that's going around about Skylar Diggins talking to
her JJ.
Yeah,
we don't
like,
need,
bruh.
Yeah, and let her.
That was a wild moment.
That was a wild moment.
Maybe they need to do. Yeah, see, Hollywood know what I'm talking about. Maybe they need to do that so men can be like, damn, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, we got this. It's plenty of, that's why we here. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that clip and I saw that clip. I was like, you know what? Y'all got it.
I didn't even listen to the whole thing. I didn't listen to it.
It was just that. That was all it was. I was like, y'all got it, dog. I'm good.
I'm like, damn, like, even if you feel that way, I can't believe you said that while you're like, does she not know that she's mic'd up?
She didn't know she was mic'd up.
What did she say? This Sports After Dark. What she say?
She was like, my pussy old or something like that.
Oh, no!
She made a hand gesture, too. She said,
no!
Because it was, I forget who it was she was talking to, but she was like, yeah, I'm 28. I'm almost 30. I'm 28. I just turned 28 or something. And then Skylar Diggins was like, my pussy old, though. I'm like, bro, what?
Like, I don't know what they were talking about before that, but
Skylar,
wow. Bro, I was like, hey, y'all got it. Y'all got that.
Mind your business. Just mind your business.
She got vintage pussy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's Hollywood said so Skylar was a mic up. Kia was mic up.
Oh, that's what it was. Kia Nurse. Yeah, Kia Nurse.
Kia
Nurse was mic'd up.
No, that's hilarious. That's probably like mind y'all business. I'm gonna say this. Mind your business. Don't even tap into this. But yeah.
But I will say this though.
Yeah.
Before we go on.
Yeah.
Whether the discourse is negative or positive, the thing is the WNBA is being talked about at this point. And at some point, I'm hoping that the discourse goes from negative to positive. At some point, it just flips. Because again, as people say, negative attention is better than no attention.
I know. I was gonna say, what is it? Good. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah. Bad publicity is better than none. So my thing is, at some point, I hope it switches. I don't know when it'll happen. It may be in a couple years, but at some point, I hope it switches where the discourse is no longer.
But there's still negative discourse in every other sport too. What do you mean?
No, I know, but I'm saying I'm hoping to where it's like more positive than negative. Because right now, all it is negative. We ain't talking about nothing about NaLyssa Smith having 3 good ass games the past 3 games. We ain't talking nothing about
Angel Wilson putting up Tim Duncan numbers.
Bro, we ain't talking nothing about that. She averaging what, 26 and 12?
Or averaging 26 and 12. I'm like,
who
averaged
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson.
Oh, Asia. Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to call her the female Tim Duncan for sure.
Facts.
What you say, Ash?
Facts.
Ashley?
I said that's probably why other women are giving her like such a hard time too. It's like, I'm building this up too, and I'm not getting none of this credit.
Yeah,
Asia on her way to another MVP, her 3rd.
She definitely on another. She's. They put up her numbers the other day. I'm like, no, I ain't know Asia was out here wilding like that. Like
crazy.
She's wilding.
Well, here's the
26
thing.
and 12. She's dominating.
Like we talked about, it had to be somebody. So now when the next great thing comes, they know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just didn't know how to coming. Yeah. When Juju and Paige get there, because that's really going to catapult it to another level. We talking maybe a year or 2. Who knows where Angel and Cameron and Caitlin and them will be in their growth. Like, it's gonna be a competitive, fun league. You know what I'm saying, for years to come. So I said it's a growing pain. This is a hell of a growing pain. This growing pain came out of nowhere. I'm gonna be honest. What I mean, it's only been. I feel like, well, first of all, there have been so many stars to come, like big time folks that came before LeBron. But even with some of those guys, you kind of had time to prepare. Like Caitlin became this like person in like 2 years in college.
We have 4 years to prepare for Caitlin.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm talking about the league itself, and no, she wasn't getting the publicity in the eyes that she did in her last 2 years. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like folks was preparing for LeBron his whole high school career. You had Brian Windhorst reporting on him in high school, an ESPN guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he was at ESPN at that time, but just, you know, somebody checking for him and all of that. And I just think it kind of just, whatever. It's a growing pain. It kind of hit them people.
But I think that goes with the attention that women's sports gets. Like we don't really hear much about women's high school basketball and stuff like that. So I think that kind of goes with the attention that they get, which the girls, they don't get any really like real big coverage.
They really don't.
Yeah, we had time to, and maybe that changes. That's why I say, like, in the next couple of years, we may see that shift. Like right now, it's a lot of negative stuff, but in the next few years, as you see Paige and Juju come out, then you start seeing some of the other up and coming players, you know, coming up into college basketball. That narrative kind of shifts to where now it's more of a positive, more positive than it is negative, and that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if it happens, but that's what I'm hoping we get to. But that's also why I say this is a lot like Larry and Magic, because there was a lot of negative discourse around them and a lot of racial tension around those two, and that's what we're kind of seeing with Angel and Caitlin too.
You know, I mentioned that. Do y'all think? Let me ask you. Oh, Miss Jana, what's up, Miss Jana? She said, "I think the talk will evolve. Messiness, runs, numbers, but after you get the eyes on it and people see that they are balling, I think the focus will switch." We hope, Miss Jana. We hope. Just in general, before we move on, because we got to talk NFL before we get up out of here. We got to talk NFL. Dang! Pipe down. Calm down. All excited. Bring it down a couple notches. Bring it down. Do y'all think that the vets in the WNBA are jealous of the rookie class in general? Do you think they're jealous of the rookie class? Not just Caitlin.
I don't think they're jealous of Angel Reese or Cam Brink or the others. You know, I don't think that. Me personally.
I don't think they're jealous of. I don't think they're jealous of any of them, to be honest. I don't even think they're jealous of Caitlin. What I think it is not Caitlin, it's the media.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they hate her. I don't think any of them hate her. I think the media has done so much to like make her seem like the Messiah, and that's what they hate. That's what they're upset with. And because I mean, at the end of the day, they're all benefiting from everything that's going on.
For sure.
They're all benefiting from it. They're everybody eating right now. But I think the way that is being built up, that's what they're upset. That's what they're upset with. And they're like, and that's why I think it's not even with Diana. Like, I don't think it was necessarily her attacking Caitlin. It was like y'all are putting it's like you guys, you media folks, are putting these people on a pedestal right already. They ain't played a lick in the league. This league different than what they was playing in. There's gonna be growing pains. And I think that's what it is. I think it's the media that they're more upset with, more so than jealousy. Now there may be a couple players in there that may be jealous, because I mean,
do y'all think the girl what's her name, the hip check? Do y'all think she
Kennedy Carter?
Y'all think she?
I don't think it's jealousy, because that came in the third or fourth quarter.
Well, forget what she said outside of that.
Oh,
she also said, forget what she did.
No, she did. She tweeted stuff.
She did.
She also say like, then she also say she don't bring nothing to the game but threes or something like that.
Man.
Talking about her play. So
this is my thing, right? That ain't some type of hate.
That's a little bit.
But no, I mean, and I've said that too about Caitlin. Like, we know she can pass the ball. We know she don't really play.
I gotta hear how she said it.
She tweeted it. She tweeted it.
I thought she said it in a presser.
They might be jealous.
Man, I wasn't able to check her vibe.
Yeah, but so with Kennedy, I think it's part of her shit talking. But two, I also think, like I've said this before too, what everybody has been polarized of with Caitlin is her 3-point shooting. That's what and when her 3-pointer ain't falling, she really don't do shit else. When her 3-pointer ain't falling, she just stands around. She don't try to she don't try to really make a basketball player get open. All she does is start looking for her three. I think I pulled it up the other day about her shooting. She averages 13 shots a game. 8 of those are 3-pointers.
Wow,
the mid range is always open. The mid range coming off the pick and roll,
that's
be
a
open.
fact. Hollywood.
She don't take them. What'd she say?
Hollywood said, I mean, if her teammates not helping her and completing, then how knows she can pass?
Catching and completing pass for sure. I've seen her teammates drop a lot of assists from Caitlin. Caitlin should be averaging a double for real.
Nah, they have been dropping some or just not making the bucket. But again, that's because her teammates are ass.
What are they doing?
They're not good.
What is they doing over? Y'all think that? I would like to know what was their average in assists last year before Caitlin came?
They be missing wide open layups and everything.
Yeah. How many? And what's the league? What's the league average compared to what their average?
We can look that up real easy. Hold on.
Yeah, I would need to,
But yeah, I mean, I think it. Like I said, when her three ball ain't falling, she don't really try to do much of anything else. There's sometimes she like, what was it? Yesterday she had 5 assists. She was like 1 for 10 from the field and like 1 for 7 from 3.
I mean, she got to work on her game. We know that
she do. She do for sure.
We said, and again, that's going to unfortunately. There wasn't a lot of time in between her leaving college and entering in the league. You know what I'm saying? We need to really consider this as that time gap that the WNBA should be allotted before their players go into like playing professional ball and getting bumped around. This is probably still that little she's going through a learning curve. And some folks are going to translate more than others. You know what I'm saying? Angel translating a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of bit. She's translating rather well. But this is not the first time we saw somebody from college not translate as soon as they came into the league, bro. Like,
but that's the thing. It's the growing pains.
Yeah.
But what Angel did good in college, it translates easily to the big leagues.
Well, she got size. So we would
hope last year
red boards.
Last year,
to her. That's not shaded.
Last year they averaged 18 assists a game. This year they average 18.7.
Okay, so it's the same.
One of the things right now, I think what Caitlin needs to do is she needs to pretty much play the 2 guard. Let NaLyssa Smith take over as the point guard.
Right.
Run the offense that way. And she got to start getting in a lot of more. She needs to play like Steph. And then she needs to take that midi in those layups, because then once you do that, then your 3 ball starts dropping a lot better, because now it look like the basket like this. The basket wide open.
Sometimes you just need to see stuff fall. And once you see it fall, you want a different.
You're good, yeah.
You think the vets are jealous of the draft class, Ash? Oh, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Oop. I think they're jealous of the attention, like, in the credit that's being given for that attention.
I agree.
But I can't say that I wouldn't feel the same way in their position, because it's like we've been here, we've been doing this, we've been building this up, and all the attention is going to like one person. I get it. It's just a natural order of things, but I can understand their perspective too. But yeah, I think it's just, I don't know about her personally. Like, I don't know if any of them know her personally to be jealous of her on that level, but definitely the media attention and all of that, all the credit.
The Fellas Present Sports Rap says they picking top 3 again. She looking like Cade in Detroit. What is wrong with y'all?
That's C. Henry, but that's funny as hell.
C. Henry, chill out. Cade in Detroit is insane.
They'll be picking top 3 for sure.
Yeah, and oh God, did the Mystics win?
They play tomorrow. Y'all, there was no games today.
That's today. You sure?
Yeah,
that's right. They was home today.
On the 4th, yeah.
Oh God, thank God.
Hopefully they win.
Starting 0-8 is disgusting work, by the way. To the Mystics.
I agree with Lou. I do think they need to get a point guard somehow, like the Liberty did with Vandersloot and Brina. Let Brina become the 2 guard and get a point guard that can facilitate the offense. I agree, Lou. I think Caitlin would be more effective if she goes to the shooting guard position, and they get a point guard that can distribute.
So y'all think that it's too much for her trying to facilitate and get into her offense?
For sure, get into her own rhythm. Yeah.
Remember Brina's first year and how she struggled?
She struggled the same way.
She struggled the same exact way. And remember, in college, Brina was shooting from the logo too.
For sure.
For sure.
But she struggled the same way when she got into the league, because you asking too much at this point.
You want me to come off screen, set people up, find my own shot? There's a lot going on.
Yeah, go get her.
Who ain't had no training camp? Y'all asking for a lot in the league. Y'all asking for a whole lot.
Go get her a vet guard that's been there, that has some of these relationships already established.
You know who would have been a really good guard for her?
Who?
What you think about Natasha Cloud, Shooter?
Absolutely, Natasha Cloud would have been a great, and they would have got it enforced at the same time because Natasha Cloud
because Tasha with Phoenix, right?
Yeah, Tasha ain't had none of that. She with Phoenix. Tasha ain't with none of that. Tasha would have been
none of that.
Yeah, she would have pushed Kennedy. She would have been like, "Oh, what we doing here?" Like Tasha would have made them some dogs. Tasha Cloud would have been the perfect addition for them, for sure. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, pretty sure we'll be talking about this some more on Thursday. Hopefully not.
Football time.
You know, there's a great feature. It's my favorite feature on Twitter. It is the mute feature. I just when I'm just tired of seeing something, I just go in there and mute it.
But see, and that was one of the things I said today. I was like, I want to mute Caitlin Clark so bad, but at the same time, I like Caitlin. Like I like Caitlin, and
I don't dislike her either.
I think she's gonna be good, but I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this shit.
It's bad. It's bad. I can't remember the last time I seen discourse be this bad.
I just scroll past. Like
yeah. Well, a lot of it be under my own post too, so there's that too.
I just scroll past it, and I pick and choose my spots to speak on it. And
yeah, that SpongeBob meme where he's looking for a suspect.
Yeah.
And I will say, Angel Reese wasn't wrong in what she said about that it's not just Caitlin.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, absolutely. And Angel Reese definitely bringing them out. It ain't just Caitlin.
I mean, while there are levels to this in Indiana, their attendance, numbers have been terrible, and Caitlin is bringing them up. I did look at the numbers for the Sky, and since 2019, of course, 2020 and 2021 numbers were ass, but they were around like, I think 2019 they were around like 6,800. Then they dropped a little bit in 2022. That was Candace Parker's last year there. And then 2023 they were somewhere around like 6,800 or something like that. And then this year they're at like 8,000. And this is without the Fever game. Like without the Fever game, they're at like 8,400 or something like that. So Angel is putting butts in seats. She wasn't lying about that, but like I said, it's levels to it. We already know people are out to see Caitlin, and most of the games that she's playing in, those teams are having like their best crowds. So
it's a full house.
Yeah,
it's a full house.
I think it can depend on the audience too. Like I know we've talked about, like, if you just ask somebody who maybe just doesn't watch sports if they've heard either one of those names. I asked my cousin the other weekend, and she said that she hadn't heard of Caitlin Clark, but she's heard of Angel Reese.
That's what I'm saying. It's hit or miss.
Because she was in the Lotto music video.
She's in the Lotto video, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So the thing is that she's reaching an audience too that Caitlin Clark just ain't gonna reach. She was in that video with Cardi B and Lotto.
Yeah,
she ain't gonna reach that audience. Angel Reese.
She definitely ain't reaching that audience.
On tour, on Meg's tour too.
She ain't reaching that audience at all.
At all.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's and I also say, listen, this would be my advice with Big Caitlin. Big Caitlin, listen,
she ain't big yet.
Girl to girl, listen. I don't think that you're annoyed. Maybe you're not annoyed, but the physicality and stuff like that. But you being pressed is kind of talking about how annoyed you are with the physicality. Your best bet is to probably sit in a presser, have a one-on-one conversation. I don't know, somebody sit down with Charles Barkley. I don't care. Somebody sit down with them and say this. Repeat after me. Y'all, it's not just me. All the women are bringing eyes to the league. Please leave me alone. If she say that, they'll probably get off her ass. I ain't gonna hold you. They'll probably get off her. They'll probably be like, you know what? Respect. This is what I was talking about earlier. I don't think that she's saying enough either. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see the narrative that the media is pushing, that she's this person that's just almighty. You see the narrative too, sis. If your girls, if your sisters in this league see it, you see the narrative. And I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with clearing up the narrative.
I mean, just like person. I think who said it the other day, where just like everybody sees what's going on about Caitlyn, I'm pretty sure your teammates have seen all of the negative and racist stuff that other people have been saying about them when you out there being just as ass as them.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
y'all see what Hollywood said.
Listen, enough about the WNBA is cool, but you know, we gotta talk to NFL.
Ash, can I get big in front of my name?
Huh?
Can I get big in front of my name?
I do call you. I don't call you Big Ash.
Can I get Big Ash?
I don't call you Big Ash.
No, you've never called me that.
Oh,
can I get that?
I'm sorry, Big Ash.
Thanks.
What's up, Big Ash? I didn't say that when you came on.
Let me prop myself up.
Big Ash, Lou. Prop myself up is crazy. Big Ash, Lou. All right, not the big one, not the little one. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I got you.
That's insane.
Let's talk. We talking big. Let's talk about this big payday, man. Jettas, my God, money in the bank. Oh my goodness, he got a bad. Was it 140 million over 4 years? How much guaranteed?
110, 111?
110 guaranteed. Jettas, man. You got a couple of teams that did not want to see that tree fall like that. Let's talk about it. Let's just talk about the landscape with the wide receivers. I think we touched on this last show where y'all told me how much they were making back in the day. Ash, I mean, we talked about like Michael Irvin and them numbers, and oh my God, like making $2-3 million a year, like peanuts compared to what these guys are making right now. And we just got off of a hell of a wide receiver class out of this draft. So the number is just going to get bigger as the years go on, right? Who's next? Who do y'all feel like, and yeah, that's right, we're going to continue the conversation from earlier in the group chat because I told Tristan to put it on the group right now. That's right, I told him. Who do y'all think is going to get the closest to what Jettas got?
Chase and Lamb, as I said.
Chase, or which chat. One out of CD and
I said both of them are going to get around 32.
You think it? Okay, so both will be 32.
I think they both going to get announced around the same time, to be honest.
Was it a bad idea for those teams to wait the way they've been waiting? Why are they waiting on a number? Like we saw, like have you put in the group chat that the conversations in Dallas have sped up now that there's a number to go off of? Like, why were they waiting on a number instead of just look, CD, we're gonna give you 30? They could have saved $2 million. Or was it probably CD's camp that was like, we don't want to talk?
Could go both ways. Yeah, okay. I mean, people don't understand. You can offer whatever number. They both sides got to come to that agreement. It takes two to get to the finish line. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't kind of be trying to blame the front office and all of that, because it takes both sides to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got cap space. You know what I mean? It's a few teams that got more money after June 1st. A la, we are one of those teams. So maybe they couldn't offer the money they wanted to offer at first because they ain't know what their number was going to look like. But now they got a little extra money. You might be like, all right, we kind of can offer you this. You know, so it's a two-way street. I'm with Lou. I think Lamb and Chase will be around the same number. I think Chase will probably make a smidget more, but I think they'll be around the same numbers.
Like if
I think Lamb gonna wait to see what Chase gonna get.
Well, so that's what I was gonna say. If Lamb signs first, then I see Chase getting like if Lamb signs first and he signs for like 32, then I see Chase getting like 32.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be like something like that.
Versa. Yeah, vice versa. Like if Chase signs first and he signs for 32, then I see Lamb getting about maybe 32.5 or 33. Now, if Chase signs 34, 33, then CD's price gonna go up even more.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I think those two are more on the same playing field than them and Jettas.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ash. Listen, you know what I'm gonna let you do it, dog. I'm gonna let you do it, dog, because they argue me down in the chat today, like, you know, Our wide receiver is just he just off in another dimension. Why these
he don't say none of that to me because
No, but see, that's not what I said. I said Jettis.
You said that Jettis was planets ahead.
Jettis is planets better than CD and Chase and the rest of them niggas. Jettis is the best in the league by far.
Yeah, now that I won't disagree with.
The only other person I see on his tier right now is Tyreek, but CD is on that plane with like AJ Brown, the boy we just talked about, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams. Like he's more on that tier with them, which is still an elite tier.
It is.
I like to think that Jettis is in that same tier with them.
No,
pull him down just a tad bit.
No, Jettis is the best receiver in the league, and I think that's not even an argument.
Oh no, he's the best receiver.
Them little numbers they tried to put out earlier. Jettis played 6 less games than CD.
That is true. After I did my homework, I was like, okay. He did. I think if you add Jettis 6 more games, them numbers might not be that close.
How many years have Jettis been the number one option?
The number one option?
2 years?
Since they got rid of Thielen.
I think Thielen was there though with Jettis.
So didn't he take over for Stephon?
Yeah,
he took over for Stephon. So
Thielen's
Jettis' first year, Thielen was the number one option. The second year, I think Thielen kind of got hurt, but Thielen still had hella touchdowns. And that's kind of when Jettis started transitioning into that number one. So around the same time, CD became the number one in Dallas.
For sure.
So Jettis has only been the number one for 2 years out there?
Yeah, but his numbers been way better. If you go year by year, if Jettis at a number 2 and Lamb at a number 2, you ain't gonna like that comparison.
I want to read.
Besides this year when Jettis was hurt.
I want to read y'all something that was sent to me. Let me grab it though. Because I want to read y'all something that was sent to me. Because I asked around because y'all be playing with them boys in Dallas, dog. And I know what this is.
We don't play with them in Dallas.
Ash, I know what this is, and it's okay. Because let me just hold up.
Lou, what I learned is when you don't ever agree with the Cowboys.
That's not true.
And you're on the other side.
That's not true.
That's what come with it. I've seen more than enough that
Lamb is generously in the top 10. Nacho, please.
I've seen more than enough.
Easy. It's not
that is very true. You know what I'm saying? I've seen people argue that Michael Parsons was the best edge rusher after 2 games, and then when you said he wasn't, nobody liked it.
Hey, I remember those arguments.
You remember that argument after 2 games?
I'm talking to Ashley.
What I got?
Bruh, the best pass rusher in the league after 2 games. And when you said Michael wasn't, it was all hell broken loose. And trust me, Lou, this is surviving being a Cowboys fan. Surviving dealing with a Cowboys fan.
Yo, I told
y'all. People.
There was an argument the whole night.
Me and Lou is gonna write a book. Me and Lou is gonna write a book dealing with a Cowboys fan.
Can I read what I got?
Coming soon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I read what I got?
You are blessed.
Yes, in the city and in the field. Let me read. Loyalist
out there.
I asked, do you think CD and Jettis are planets apart? The person replied, their numbers are side by side. The only reason we highlight JJ Moore seemingly is because that offense is pass friendly. But Dak favors CD because he's the most reliable of the wide receiver group for Dallas, hence why his numbers match with Jetta. And because the numbers are what makes the contract, technically CD would be taking a pay cut if he took $32 million a year. He can go for it all, or at worst get like 32.5. Then the person says, when you look at their abilities, think back to how they were at their respective schools. Look at the quarterbacks they had to work with. How was CD rated coming out? How was the function of the offense when he went to Dallas? Jettis, as great as he is, came from having an historic season with Joe Burrow, which offense was pass heavy, to a Viking squad that had Kirk Cousins, who, regardless of how I personally felt about him, is a pass heavy baller. If you're a receiver for him, you can basically guarantee 1,000-yard season with him, and with Jetta talent is maximized.
You know what, Lou?
Hey, I got a question. Didn't CeeDee Lamb?
I'm gonna let you handle that, Lou. I kind of figured who I can probably take a great guess who sent you.
Hold on. This one more thing. They said the only reason it seems like there are parties because you can name the other stars on the Dallas team, but if you really dug into it, who is a more reliable weapon on the offense outside of CD?
Hey, Lou, let me ask you a question.
That's not even like that. That has nothing to do with anything because we know CD is the number one option, and he's that guy. But he talking about the college that they went to.
Hey, Lou, who did Judge play next to? Lou,
Ja'Marr Chase.
Okay, got you. The person that went
to Oklahoma, where they had Kyler Murray,
and they had Lincoln Riley, and Kyler Murray won Heisman that year. Kyler Murray won the Heisman Trophy that year.
That's crazy.
In an air raid offense. So what? Oh man!
Did y'all hear the main point that the person made though? Who y'all think it came from?
All right, just go ahead. What was the main point? I don't know what them going to the colleges they went to had anything to do with that.
No, they were just talking about.
The main point sounded like they were saying that it's not playing its length apart.
It's not playing its length. All I'm saying is,
you said they said that 32.
What they were saying though is the main point that they were saying that I don't really want y'all to miss is that there was kind of different playing styles in terms of where he was and where CD is, or where he is and where CD.
There are, but their playing styles are different within.
Dallas just became really, really, really.
No, but I'm not talking about Dallas. I'm talking about within those receivers, their playing styles are really different.
They playing styles are different.
I say this all the time. Like I say it about the 49ers, where I say Debo may be the better football player, but Ayuk is the better receiver. CeeDee Lamb to me is the better football player. Jettis to me is the better receiver. There's a difference there because CD with the ball in his hands is more electric than Jettis with the ball in his hands.
That's a fact.
But Jettis is the better receiver. Like he's the better. When you look at a receiver,
I don't know. I think they kind of the same electricity wise. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, Jettis
on that side, I'm with you.
But that's also why I put him with Ja'Marr Chase because Ja'Marr Chase with the ball in his hands, he's not. Ja'Marr Chase is a good receiver, but with the ball in his hands, he's a football player. Like he gonna run through something. He said it's probably Dez Bryant.
No, it wasn't him, DG, but it was definitely somebody Cowboys related for sure. It was definitely somebody Cowboys related.
Why y'all think it gotta be? Because they took up for a Cowboys player?
No, because I know you're gonna reach out to your Cowboys people, especially when they talk about the Cowboys.
Wrong. As a matter of fact, this person loathes the Cowboys. This person hates Dallas. This person is a Commanders fan.
Right. But I will say this. We know they're playing their styles is different because the Cowboys were a heavy run offense. However, they still was passing the ball heavy once y'all got Kellen Moore. Once y'all got Kellen Moore and y'all got Amari Cooper, y'all became far more of a passing team.
Well, let's not talk about the Amari Cooper days because he wasn't even number one. I'm just
talking about when they're both were number twos. Because Lou said Jettis wasn't a number one when Thielen was there. CeeDee Lamb wasn't a one when Amari Cooper was there. When they both were number twos, and both were in situations where the quarterback was throwing the ball a lot, Dak was throwing the ball a lot once he got CeeDee Lamb. Jettis' numbers are far better. Look at the 2 years. Look at their first 2 years. I think Jettis broke the rookie receiving record his rookie year. He had over like 1,400 yards and like.
I think we went back to this, and we had 108, so we gotta go. But I think that we did this in a space before, actually, where we actually went back and saw that Dallas was not, in fact, included. I mean, we had a top offense, cool, but we were not, in fact, considered this pass-heavy team because we actually did balance it out with the run game. We said that in a space, so that's not what it was with us. We weren't.
Oh yeah, I mean when y'all had Zeke.
Had Zeke, but once Zeke started to diminish, when we started, he wasn't the same player. That started to change.
Well, I mean, because we were also complaining about there's games where I think like the season averages looked, more, 50-50, but like there were games where it just seemed like y'all was passing the ball more, like y'all, because even y'all had said it before, like where, oh, we just got pass happy. Kellen Moore stopped running the ball and stuff like that. Like, but when you look at the numbers overall in totality, it was a lot more even than it was, spread out.
Like look at it from 2018. Right. 2018 on 526 attempts, 596 attempts. 2021, 596 attempts. 2023, 590 attempts. Y'all became far more a passing team as the time went on. As Zeke started to go down, y'all started to throw the ball more.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, they're not playing. They gotta end.
Yeah, you can't be a heavy run team with 590 passing attempts. But
what nobody said heavy. They said
no. I'm just saying. I didn't say you did.
Team would be.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying you can't be a focal running team when you got 590 passing attempts.
I think we went through the numbers and it was still semi-balanced.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
What was the Russian attempts
that year? Yeah. From Zeke.
Did Zeke had 1,000 yards that
year? In them first 2 years he did. And I remember he was suspended, I want to say 6 games one of them years for that little incident he had.
I think that was only his second year. I don't know if they was there. Those receivers were there in that year.
Nah, so 2020
Zeke had 244 attempts.
That was his second year when he got suspended for those 6 games.
Yeah, see that first year, 2020, it was 639 passing attempts and 430 rushing attempts.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to 2021. Zeke only had 237 attempts.
But what was the total with the rushing on the team?
Yeah, y'all passed a lot more than y'all ran. Like,
bro,
2021 as a team, y'all had 647 pass attempts and 473 rushing attempts.
Come on, bro.
22 as a team. 22, it became a little bit more even. It was 556 pass attempts. 531, and then last year it was 614 pass attempts and 468
rushing. We didn't have a run game last year.
But y'all were, but that's been the Vikings since. Y'all have pretty much been the same as the Vikings.
Yeah, because the Vikings
had a run game with Dalvin Cook.
The Vikings. No, I'm saying when he didn't say they didn't have a run game.
But what I'm saying, y'all have looked more like it's been pretty much the same as y'all have been as far as the rushing and passing.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all on it like I don't. It's not a big drop off from between y'all and the Vikings. Y'all been passing the ball just as much as them.
I'm confused. Like, what is the actual argument?
I just said that
Jettis is not planets in front of CeeDee Lamb. He's not planets. Now, maybe if CeeDee didn't have the kind of year that he had maybe last year, maybe I'd agree with that.
So it took 1 year for you to come up with that.
But when the quarterback decided to play and be on that level that he was on, CeeDee fell right in line. And so I'm not from saying what I saw in terms of, like you talked about, electric. His route running has gotten.
His route running has gotten so much better since he got in the league.
I don't know what. I'm not going to say that they're planets apart, dog. At this point, maybe I would have said that last year. I'm not saying that at this point this year. And I saw a lot from Jettis before Jettis.
Can you do me a favor, bro? Can you pull up CeeDee Lamb stats?
It is what it is.
Can you pull up CeeDee Lamb stats for me real quick?
He might be. Listen,
you got him up right now.
He could be
Mars. Can I ask this question?
He could be Mars away, but it ain't Venus and Jupiter and Saturn. Damn it.
Well, I'm not saying like.
I'm not letting y'all tell me that.
Lil,
I never said he was that far.
Mars.
So this is when they both were number twos.
Well, just tell me Mars. Say that he's a planet. That's cool.
This is when they both were number twos. What was?
I have a problem.
I didn't say a whole galaxy.
Pluto's not a planet anymore. So get your facts right now.
What's up, dog?
That's the first thing.
This is when they both was number twos. What was CeeDee Lamb's numbers in 2020?
Just say.
935 yards and 5 touchdowns.
He as a number 2, he had 935 yards and 5 touchdowns. We're talking about CeeDee Lamb when they both were number twos. He had 935 yards and 5 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson had 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns. They're both their rookie years. Year 2, 2021. What was CeeDee Lamb numbers that year?
1102 and 6 touchdowns.
Justin Jefferson had 16, and 10 touchdowns. That was his second year.
That's fine.
Their third year, what was his third year? This is when they.
CD's third year, he had 13.
That's nasty for sure.
And 9 touchdowns.
Justin Jefferson had 8.
Crazy.
He had what again?
Oh, you said CD? Yeah, he had 1359 and 9 touchdowns.
Justin Jefferson had 1809 and 8 touchdowns.
What
and not to mention he had 1,000 yards and he missed 6 games.
Go ahead and mention CD's numbers this year. Let's talk about the leaks this year.
Yeah, this year he played all 17
I don't need
games.
to hear
He played all 17 games.
I don't need you to give me the numbers. I know. That's the real 2K king right there. But here's what you, this is it right here for real. We can really move on. Seriously. You want to run down the stats to me, but the stats, when we give them side by side over their 4 years, that don't matter to you. You tell me to look at what I'm seeing on the field. So
Jettis missed 6 games.
What did I tell you? I said he missed 6 games.
You said from the rip he missed 6 games, so you can't use that.
That's fine what you're saying. That's fine what you're saying. I'm saying when I did that, period, you said he missed games. I know what I see on the field. That's what you told me. That's what y'all said in the chat. That's what you said in the chat. So when I say I know when I see on the field, and I'm saying they're not planets, why y'all giving me stats? Why y'all giving me rundowns? Because we could talk about how we can really go deep into there was no cohesion between him and Dak. Dak's comfort was still Amari Cooper. CD didn't know how to run the roster. He know how to run that. We can really go
back excuses, Lou.
But we're not gonna.
Now we got to use cohesiveness. Now we got to use. They didn't look like this.
Okay, so fine. Y'all don't want to
excuses as a Cowboys fan.
Hold on.
You just talked about their 2 years, and when I just gave you context,
I gave you 3 years.
No, but when I
can I say something?
Can that be the same for Jettis too? His first year where they didn't have cohesion?
Talk about it, Lou. Well, he had no cohesiveness either, and he still dog walked CeeDee Lamb. Still washed him.
I just want to say Jettis is better. Like
it's not probably CeeDee Lamb.
I think that is clear, but some of you are being very disrespectful in this chat.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they wilding over there.
Do that.
That's why their comments not going up on the screen. Only the people in the comments to see, and so the people never hear it unless
I'm still mad at them and everything, but we're not just gonna lie. Like we're not just gonna fucking lie.
Talking about Earth and Uranus.
They're gonna lie. Okay, so move on. Boy, I can't. You know what I'm saying? I had some people tell me today that AJ was like
that he was over CD.
That he's.
But the thing is, you can argue that.
At least
he's on the same playing field.
Yeah. You can argue, but you can argue if somebody say AJ Brown was better than CeeDee Lamb. How can you? Could you really disagree with that?
You told us we said Devonta Smith was like that. You said he can't catch. I'm not taking.
She don't like the Eagles, bro. So it's like you can't really have it.
Look, I've seen it personally with my own 2 eyes. That man coddling and dropping balls on the sideline. Pause. Okay,
but Devontae Smith is really like that, though.
CeeDee Lamb has dropped 28 passes over the past 4 years, and you talking about people dropping balls.
Give me St. Brown over Devonta. That's who I'm taking over. That's
Hell no.
Give me St. Brown over Devonta.
Why you taking St. Brown over Devontae Smith?
Because
Devontae Smith played for the Eagles.
I don't know those people.
If it's anything Eagles related, it's not going to be a fair conversation. If you're talking about the Eagles, where it's not going to be a fair conversation.
Can I say something?
What's up, AB?
Yeah, you see it, Chef.
But we could say the same thing, though. We could say the same thing.
What you mean? We said CeeDee Lamb is a top 5 receiver to me. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I'm just saying when it comes to debating when it's come to talking Eagles players with y'all Cowboys fans, it ain't the same.
Yeah, y'all can't.
You don't know nobody
because we acknowledge CD. She don't know who Smith
or she don't even acknowledge Devontae Smith.
I know them, but I can name 5 receivers better than AJ Brown.
No, you can't.
You want me to? Would you like me to? Just ask me, babe.
If you gonna be biased, then no.
I'm right here. Hey, babe, go ahead and ask me. Go ahead.
If you're gonna be biased, boo, no.
No, go ahead, ask me. Please.
What's the top 5 receivers better than AJ Brown, boo?
Thank you. I wanted you to say boo at the end. Okay. Y'all ready? Cheetah, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Jettas, Jamar Chase. Bing, 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 bing.
So you can't.
Bing.
So you can't argue that AJ Brown is better than CeeDee Lamb?
Huh?
You can't argue that AJ Brown is better than CeeDee Lamb?
No. Go back to my top 5. Was that a bad top 5 book?
No, it's not a bad top 5.
It wasn't a bad 5, but there's somebody on that list you can argue that he's better than CeeDee Lamb.
I'm not willing to argue that.
Yo.
Yo, let me tell y'all. I love this woman to death, man. But she gonna die on her hill, dog. She gonna die on that hill, dog.
I don't have no more, Lou. I don't have no more arguing in me, Lou.
You ain't got no more arguing in you,
AB. I just don't for the night. We at 120. I can't. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm just.
Yo, man.
I'm argued out.
Y'all argued out for that.
Oh yeah, y'all ain't got nothing for me. I'm quiet as a mouse, Lou.
Some of y'all would be twerking for CeeDee Lamb if he came to your team. So stop.
I wanted CeeDee Lamb. I've been saying that.
Comments. She reading.
Oh. Hey, Ashley, I made it very clear. I was highly upset in 2020 when he was there at the 13th pick and we took Javon Kinlaw. I was highly pissed at that.
He's so upset.
I'm still upset about that. I was in front of people like, we can get CeeDee Lamb. Let's go, Kyle.
It's okay.
And he said Javon Kinlaw.
Now they are top 10. Those guys are considered. They could be top 10. But I'm taking St. Brown over Devonta Smith. I am. It's close.
Like, I mean, I'm not really mad at that. But my thing is, you talking about Devonta can't catch is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, I seen some balls go low. Pause. Pause. I said pause. I've seen. All right, whatever.
Yep.
How you feel, Ashley?
We got the
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still mad at them. I'm not defending them.
Damn. Damn. Maybe in September.
I'll be lying though, but I'm not gonna, put on my suit and armor to go to war for them anymore. I'm sorry.
Damn. September, you'll get back around with September. You'll get back around with September.
I don't think she will, to be honest.
Oh dang, she's standing on that hill.
I'm with you, Ash. I refuse.
She gonna be her up there.
Ashley, listen, that wasn't me defending. That was me giving a list, and I gotta speak up for what's right. Like you just said, I'm not just gonna let people.
What Kendrick Lamar said, you can paint the picture however you want,
however you want,
or something like that.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you're defending. You're definitely defending him, and it's okay. But I can't see that one up there not defending the Cowboys the whole year. I bet everything on it, Ashley.
AB squared for a reason. Yeah, and don't get it twisted. Like, I still hate other teams. Like, just because I'm mad at them doesn't mean I didn't stop hating the Eagles and the fucking Niners and shit. Like, that's still there.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we get you.
Yes.
Hey, listen. This boy in the room folding up his clothes and putting them in the dresser.
Big dog.
Why you say it low like that? Because if you make attention, he gonna stop. Yeah. That's crazy.
Big dog. He big dog on the block.
Yeah, shout out to. Let's give a solid clap. A solid clap for Bray.
Let him know, Bray.
Shout out to Coach. I was explaining. I wasn't defending. I'm with Ashley. My defending days, I ain't got it in me no more. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm not gonna let lies be told. I would defend another receiver just like this.
What other receiver?
What
I just defended Amon-Ra St. Brown, whatever his name is.
You ain't defend Brandon Ayuk.
Who?
See what I'm saying?
What about? Well, I don't know what I'm defending. Okay, so listen. The next time we come on, Boston Mavs game 1. Real quick predictions, and then we got an announcement to make. Who y'all got game 1? This is gonna be this series, man. Oh man, I'm happy at the way it could go, but then I'm really nervous of the way it could go. Like, I'm happy for the way it could go for the Mavs, but if it go that way for the Mavs, it's gonna get really nasty in Boston, and I don't know what that's gonna mean for them if they don't come away with this chip this year. But who y'all got game 1? Go ahead, Ash.
For game 1, I got the Celtics just because I think this last series was the
Is
first
game one
series.
at home? For the Celtics?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Right, because they was the number 1 seed. Okay.
Yeah, but I think this last series was the first series in this playoff so far that the Mavs won game 1. So I think the Celtics got game 1, but I have Mavs in 6.
Is this a Lakers thing?
I mean, kind of.
You and shooting that slick.
Kind of. I mean, maybe realistically I could say 7, but I really truly believe like it's not. Of course, yes, I fucking hate Boston, but it's not just that. I feel like throughout this playoff series, we've watched them like keep games close. And then those were teams that were missing some of their star players, and I just feel like if you do that with the Mavs, like they're gonna punish you for it with Kyrie and Luka. I think they got to make their focus defense like 1,000%. I think their points will come in transition and forcing turnovers and stuff, but their best bet is to focus on the defensive side of things. I hope they don't. I hope they just do poor shooting and have bad possessions and all of that, but that's their best bet, I think. And they have the pieces to do it defensively.
Go ahead, Shooter.
Of course. I'm with Ash Lewis. It's a Laker thing. Of course, outside of that, Kyrie, y'all know he's my favorite player. So I definitely want to see Kyrie win another ring because all the stuff that was said about him throughout the last few years. And part of it was on him. Kyrie had to grow as a player and as a person. And we're starting to see that now. But I'm with Ashel again. I think Boston wins game 1. I just think it's going to be too crazy in there in that first game. It's going to be. They're gonna be disrespecting Kyrie. They're gonna be, them fans really don't like him. So it's gonna be wild to expect. And I think Porzingis definitely comes back for game 1. So I think that'll give Boston a boost. And I think the Mavs will have to adjust to Porzingis being back. And that'll probably take a game or 2. So I'm going with Boston game 1, but overall I'm going with the Mavs in 7.
I think it is imperative that Dallas steals a game on the road. And I think that they understand how imperative that is because of the things that y'all just named that the Celtics are capable of. And that could be, coming down the line. You got to steal a game. Maybe Porzingis is back for game 1. If he's not, that makes that game even more important to try to steal on the road. Because if they lose, they're definitely bringing him in for game 2. We have been hearing reports that he has been practicing with the team, and the coach Mazzulla Mazzulla has been talking about that he's been participating and doing everything that the team is doing. So he's definitely on his way back in. I think they probably test the waters, and maybe he don't play on Thursday though. But that's why it is important that the Mavs get game 1, and I think they do. I think that I think we see another masterclass from Luka. I can't call what we're gonna get from Kyrie. I don't know. I just don't think there's anybody capable of slowing down Luka. Especially in a game where they're gonna be figuring each other out that first game. But I don't like the bodies that they can throw at Kyrie. I think that they'll be able to slow Kyrie down a little bit more than they can slow Luka down. But I think Luka's gonna have a hell of a game. I think they're gonna come in there with energy. They better. I think they get game 1 on the road. Looster.
Yeah, I got the Mavs in game 1. Kind of what you said. Like I do think Luka has a really good game. The thing, like, nobody really has anybody that can slow Luka down. Luka plays at his own pace. He does what he pretty much wants to do. And there's really nothing you can do about that. I do agree there are a lot of bodies that they can throw at Kyrie, but I still think Kyrie will show up in this series at least. They're back in the finals, or he's back in the finals. We saw what he did last time he was in the finals, and that was with LeBron. We saw the masterclass he put up in the finals that year with the Cavs. I think he can replicate that and do that again with Luka next to him. So yeah, I got them in game 1. and we'll see what game 2 looks like.
Also, like how he mentioned that he misses his mentor, and how I mentor him that he about losing a mentor. So I think he got a little bit extra motivation to do it for the guy 24.
And to me,
you talking about Kyrie.
He's more like 24 than number 0.
I knew you was about to say that, and why that was in my mind, I'm like, both of them. You know what I'm saying? They loved. You know what I'm saying? Like that was their guy. I mean, obviously, you know.
And Kyrie's more like that guy than
Jason.
Number 0. Yeah.
Agent 0. Is Tatum the best Agent 0 that we've ever seen?
No.
Ooh, that's a good conversation.
Chef, get on that.
Is he better than Hibachi? Is he better than Russ?
He's better.
Yeah. Who's the best Agent 0? Look at Ashley.
He is not better than Russ at 0. He ain't better than Gilbert Arenas at 0.
I don't know if he's better than Gil, if we're being honest.
He ain't better than Gilbert Arenas at 0 either.
I think the difference maker could be in this series too, like the points in the paint, and then the centers, because Lively had a huge impact last series, so he has to find a way to be able to do that this series.
You missing somebody?
Gafford.
Here we go.
Yeah. Him too.
Yeah.
But
and where did Gafford come from? Just so
to me, those are the X factors to me. Him and Gafford and Lively versus Porzingis, because I feel like the Jays and Luka and Kyrie are gonna get theirs regardless.
Can you remind the people where Gafford came from, Ash?
The Clizzards.
We're not sure of who that is. Can you say their real professional name, please?
Who?
It's crazy how people leave that team and they go win rings.
All right, well let's go ahead and wrap. I know y'all have a special announcement. No,
that's why your best player Kuzma is about to leave y'all too.
When he coming back to LA?
But he was a champion before he got there.
Seriously, I would not be surprised if Kuz ended up back in LA. That would be.
I mean, come back to where you want at. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all geeking so bad. Y'all need
come back
somebody
to where you want at.
Let's take Kuz back.
Listen, he won a title there. Why would he not come? You gotta come back to the squad where you want at, man. Ain't no championship mentality going on over there.
Y'all need somebody so bad.
Please, got paid. He can come on back now.
Yeah, he got his money. I mean, Ashley, he got his money. Come back and win this ring.
All right, y'all. So listen, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. Ash, of course, we appreciate you for jumping on, talking with us. You and Lou got something. Y'all got something to say. Hey, y'all got something to say. But that's fine. I'm acting like I haven't seen black movies before. I got the floor.
You want to go?
No, you.
Okay. Well, so me and Ashley have been working on something over the past few months. It was inspired because I remember there was a space one time, and people was asking us hella questions about the long distance relationship. I think it was DG and his wife's space. It was last year sometime. Shout out to DG, and people were asking us about how we handle the distance and how things go with us and everything. And so we've been talking about doing a podcast where we talk sports, we talk relationship stuff and things like that. So
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Parenthood, sports, relationships, a little mixed combination of it all.
DG, shout out to me. So over the past few weeks or whatever, we've been, thinking about a name, getting graphics made and stuff like that. We came up with a name, Nothing to Lose. And of course, lose WS.
That name is hot.
Yeah, Nothing to Lose. And I think we landed that we're just gonna do it on playback and try to build our community through playback.
Yeah.
And everything. So I mean, of course, there may be other things we can do, like movie nights, different shit, So yeah, and we're gonna get started sometime around the finals, since there's gonna be a lot of downtime. We didn't want to do the conference finals or the series before, because we was rolling every night, like we were going crazy. So
yeah.
So now since there's going to be a little bit of downtime, not really a lot of things going on, we're going to probably start doing the finals. But y'all, keep on the lookout because we'll be posting on social media and stuff. But we wanted to come up here and let our Sports After Dark family know.
How exciting! Nothing to lose. Catchy name. Love the name.
Yeah, I should have sent this to you because
because can't nobody see that.
Yeah, can't nobody see.
There.
I can see it.
Okay, now I can see it. Now.
Okay, we can see it.
And it's red. It's not.
Yeah. Join our playback room.
Make sure put it in the comments. Look.
All right, hold on.
Put that information in the comments. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's exciting.
Yeah.
We're excited. We're definitely gonna have some guests. So
love that.
We'll
it won't even post. I'll just post it on Twitter.
Yeah, this was acting weird. It was just acting weird when I was trying to put the banner up, so I don't know what's going on. But congratulations. That's super dope. Clement said congrats on the new show. Gonna be tapping in. Again, make sure that y'all are tapped in. They'll have an actual date for y'all soon. Because I know y'all said after the finals.
It'll probably be during the finals.
Okay. So that's like a week or two.
Yeah.
Coming up.
It'll be soon.
It's pretty dope. TG talking about
we're excited though. We appreciate everyone's support just on everything we do, our relationship in general, whatever. But yeah. And y'all are right there with us. Shout out to Tipville USA, creating lifelong couples. Breeding lifelong couples.
Tip.
So,
for sure.
Bring up Tip.
We're
Talking
excited.
about some Grand Rising. Tip be burning me out with that. Grand Rising. I'll be like, yo, please.
Toxic as ever.
It's hilarious. Well, again, we appreciate you for being on, Ash. Again, congratulations on the show. We'll definitely be tapped in. Listen, we are going to run the playback this week. We're going to do the NFL versus. We want y'all to be tapped in, but we're going to be here same time, same place on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to run the playback for the live watch party, and we're also going to be running Sports After Dark after hours. So make sure that y'all are tapped in. Follow all the platforms. Go grab you some merch. Make sure that y'all listen and watch out for the date and time for the Nothing to Lose podcast. And do y'all got anything before we out? Before we wrap?
Nope.
Shut up.
Go Niners.
Oh God! I knew Go something was coming.
Go Colts.
Oh heck no! It's really time
to get up out of here
now. Oh
Go
my
Dodgers.
Who?
Go Yankees.
All right.
Go
Best record in baseball, baby.
Y'all know the vibes. In the meantime, in between time, see you on the timeline. Let us allow Wes to take us out.
To be honest, I'm Giannis inside of game 6. Dropping 50 and dunking over your main. Hard Jr. when I'm deciding the lane switch. Tell them people that I'm on top of the game. Manifested my future by spewing all of my pain. Carry my own umbrella, surviving treacherous rain. Landed on higher learner, matriculate in the bigger earners. So after dark helps you to find your purpose.